Okay, so let's get into it for Aquarius Rising. So for you, babe, Pluto's going to be hitting your first house. It's been there since last year. So Pluto brings transformation, change, and literally death and rebirth. So in the first house, it's the area of your identity, how you come across to the world, what you're stepping into, your physical body, how you look. So expect transformation across the board. You are not going to be the same person who started the year. Obviously, this is going on for the next 20 years or so, but Pluto right now is going to be opposing Jupiter, which would be in your seventh house of relationships. So that push and pull dynamic, that opposition actually happened today, July 20th. In Jupiter, anytime it enters a house, it brings expansion and growth. Sometimes growth is painful, but ultimately is a blessing because whatever area you grow in, you can receive more blessings, right? So what this is giving is you are transforming and changing as a person. Now that Jupiter entered your seventh house of relationships and partnerships, it's looking like if you are in a committed relationship, that bond being forced to grow, maybe expanding your family or having deeper conversations around like, do we actually want to be together? Like, are you happy? Are you not? How can we grow as a couple? It could also be business partners. Maybe you're going to start working with someone new. If you are single, maybe you're going to meet someone new that's going to bring a lot of lessons. Because remember, the opposition is a push and pull dynamic. So whoever you're dating is going to be affecting that transformation in your first house. And whatever transformation is taking place internally for yourself is going to affect the kind of people and relationships that you attract and in which areas you're meant to grow in love or in partnership rather. Now, Neptune is going to be in your third house of Aries. Third house is all about how you think and how you communicate. It also has to do with siblings, short trips, your neighbors. So Neptune brings illusions. It's a planet that really breaks down structure. But remember, Saturn is also in Aries, which gives structure. So it's not quite at 4 degrees. Neptune is the one that's going to be here. But Neptune is going to bring a certain level of like dissolving reality for you. So whether that is disillusionment with your siblings or your neighbors or where you live, or maybe in the way that you've been thinking, like limiting beliefs that you might have, or the way that you communicate, feeling held back. The good thing about Neptune being in this house is it makes your communication a little bit more dreamy, a little bit more like storytelling, so it'll connect deeper with people. So like maybe writing a book. But again, it's going to be sextiling that first house, which is beautiful because your identity and your communication are kind of working together. But these illusions around how you think and how you communicate, siblings and all that, they kind of have to break down in order for you to be able to have that transformation happen. Saturn is keeping you grounded in structure, so that helps. Now, Uranus is going to be hitting your fifth house of Gemini. So that's going to be sextiling Pluto in your seventh. So the fifth house has to do with dating, children. It has to do with creativity, romance. It's your heart. It's the Leo house. It's the house of self-expression, right? So when you bring the planet of the unexpected, you might have creative breakthroughs. You might have a new relationship that comes in. Again, it's like sextiling your seventh house. It could be somebody new that you start dating or having a child. Again, that's something that could really happen for you. Now, remember, this entire weekend, it's honestly going to be lasting for a couple of weeks, going into like a good month. But the peak of it is the 19th through the 22nd. So we're in the thick of it. So don't be surprised if you get news that you're pregnant or if you have a creative breakthrough that brings a new business partner or anything like that is what it could look like. These two houses would be interacting. Now, there's also trines because when we're doing, and I guess the difference, I should explain it. A trine is when the houses are 120 degrees apart. A sextile is when the houses are 60 degrees apart. So 7th and 5th, 60 degrees. 7th and 3rd, 120 degrees, kind of like that. So you have to like look at the wheel to kind of picture it in your head. But a trine is like something that works really, really well together and they balance each other out. They help each other bring the best in the other. And a sextile is something that takes a little bit of work, but ultimately when it's working together is for your highest good. So whatever other planets you have in these houses, like for you, you have your moon and your sun and your rising all in Aquarius. You have two luminaries, like literally the spotlight is in your identity and who you are. You also have Pluto that's in Aquarius. So when you factor all of that in, we're talking about a transformation that first of all is highly visible, is changing your identity, your emotional landscape, how you view life, how you show up, how you express yourself, your creative outlets, your relationships, the partners that you bring in. All of this is kind of working together. Now, everything is not happening at once. Over these next 3 days, we're having most of these transits really like peaking. But you have been feeling this energy for at least the last week or so, and you're going to continue to feel it for the next 2 weeks or so. not as high of an intensity, but just be mindful. You might have creative breakthroughs, new partners, new people that you're dating, evolution in your relationship, changes in your identity, changes in your way of thinking and communication. This is kind of how we read this transit and how it applies to you. So let me know if that was deep enough. I'm happy to go deeper. But yeah, girl, this is a big one and I'm so excited for you.